for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. For the Grizzlies, their last game, a win against the Houston Rockets.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 spot. Now here's Thompson. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. AI passes to Boss. No good on the 3. And so it's Bane with it. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. From the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. All right, Greg, here we are on the day before Thanksgiving, a very special time of the year. Any favorite Thanksgiving traditions or foods for you and your family?
Oh, Kevin, I'm a sweet potato pie lover, but I tell you, man, I love it all. I can't wait.
Here's Boss. That one, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
Chalk up 2 there. Bane's got 5 points so far.
Striking fast inside. Bane isn't going to miss a chance at a look like that.
Thompson against Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry.
2 shots.
And let's face it, hard to win games.
First one falls for him. And he can't hit the second. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Wells. The monster with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively. Now, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Outside, Bane. Now the pass to Wells. Misses the 3. Pass to the monster. Inside. Out to Miller. Now Thompson. Launches a 3. Edey with the rebound.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Here's Morant. Here's Bane. Outside for Jackson. The shot that time, not on target. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Of course, John Morant's name first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
And I like how Morant threaded the needle there. Just an excellent pass off that pick.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And that one's good. The monster.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for Memphis. Takes the three. Trains the three-pointer. Bain's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Memphis.
Stopping and shooting. Bain showing how little prep his shot needs.
Boss passes to Thompson. Here's Boss. The three. Good on the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Morant. Scoreless thus far.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Boss. They get it again. And that one's good. The monster.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to Edie. He kicks to Morant. Tries it from the top of the key, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Boss passes to Thompson. On the wing, Miller. Here's Boss. From outside, off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
He sees his man has the angle on the interior and drops a dime right there.
Here's AI. Left side, Miller. Back to Thompson. Passes it to the monster. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Boss. With the clock winding down. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside.
The effort level, this team right now feeding off his energy.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Ends up going with the new group. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the power rankings. You look at the Lakers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now for this home ball club, they made their presence felt right from the opening tip, taking matters into their own hands and showing no let up.
On defense, the home team. Here's Williams, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Working close, find a way to score.
Pass to Q. Here's the great from downtown. Aldama with the rebound. Outside Williams. Makes it off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Pippen. And the basket by Jay.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Pippen against Kennard. Jackson passes to Clark. And that one drops for him. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here's Pippen. Hasn't made one yet. And the basket by Jay.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Kennard against Pippen. Pippen with the steal. And now here's Pippen with the fast break chance.
And it almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
There's 1:26 left here in the first quarter. Outside Williams. Driving inside. And the basket is good. And he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Personal foul.
Memphis shooting their first free throw of the night here. D, he's checked in for Pippen. That's good from Williams. 1:14 left here in the opening quarter. Here's D. Kennard covering. Knocks it loose. The pass to Q. Here's the great. 6 on the shot clock. Off target with his 3. Outside Williams. Sinks the three-pointer. Williams has got 10 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's D. Pass to Achua. The Grizzlies pull it in. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson misses.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Here's D. Still scoreless. Pass to Q. Shoots the 3. Drills the three-pointer.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
The deep 3 from Kennard. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play.
Your home team.
Grizzlies lead by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
We've got Q, the monster out there with Boss, and there's the great, and it's D in at the 1. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And for Memphis, Ja Morant, he's out there with Kennard. And there's Jackson. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Stevens in at the 3 slot. Driving in. The monster with the rebound. The monster's got his 5th rebound in this one. The great. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. They grab their own miss. Pass to Q. To the middle. Here's the monster, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Morant outside. 14 feet away. Does not score again. That's his fourth miss against one make. Out left to the wing. There's the pass to the great. Here's the three. Here's the monster. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
line for 2.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Memphis.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Now Morant. Outside, Bain. It's tipped. A second chance effort.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Lamar Stevens. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Elbow. 2.
At the line for your home team, number 33. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Edey's checked in. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
AI is checked in for the Monster. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Grizzlies. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference.
And guys, when you look at Memphis, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
All talk, no walk. Simple as that. They just don't match up with the better teams in the NBA.
Here's Boss. It's rebounded by Memphis. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Bain kicks to Morant. Outside, Bain. Has to Jackson. 5 on the clock. From 11 feet away. It's deflected. Passes to the great. For the 3. Hits it from three-point range. The great's got 7.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Morant. Bain with it. AI picks him up. And it's blocked. And they get it back. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
So it's the Grizzlies now. On the clock. Here's Morant. The kick out to Bain. The good-looking shot from the wing. He's got 10.
And you have to stay connected to Bain. He's too good off the catch.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your home team, number 34. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for AI.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
It's blocked.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Pass to Barnes. It's up a 3. Offensive rebound. And there's the pass to D. Here's Q. To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Boss. Second chance shot. And he banks in the layup. Boss has got 6.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. For Jackson. Down low. Here's Bain. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And Bain likes using his strength on those physical plays, proving just how tough he is.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And that one's good. Morant's got his second basket of the night.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Here's D. Guarded by Morant. Miller outside. Pass to AI. And the shot is good. He has 6.
34.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Now here's Morant.
better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Now here's Bain. 12 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Morant kicks to Wells. No good from outside.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Some dishes to Miller. Clarkson taking his time here. Back to Miller. Fires for 3. And Bain pulls it down. And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for Memphis. Trailing by 10.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
.153 left to play here in the half. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
And here's Miller. To the inside. Champagnie. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Edey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And then Clark slams it in.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Now, here's Clarkson. He has yet to score on the wing. Miller. Back to Clarkson. Here's D. Guarded by Morant. D passes to Clarkson. Offline with his 3. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Passes it to Clark. AI outside.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
46 seconds left here in the second. Here's Morant. An easy 2 points on the layup. Morant's got 4 points this quarter.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Clarkson with the ball. Down low. Here's AI. And AI throws it down.
Really good execution by Jordan Clarkson. As a coach, you're always looking to maximize your team's consistency. That's good offense.
Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. It's a 10-point game. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Edey. And stolen by AI. To the paint. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan. Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
That's the end.
We've reached the end of the first half of play.
Your home team
Up by 8.
48.
We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny taking a look at this home squad. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
You guys know I appreciate when a team takes a commitment to attack in the painted area. And you get those high percentage looks.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What a game we're seeing from the monster.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Q out there with Boss. And there's the great. And there's the monster. And it's Thompson in at the 1 spot.
Wells.
And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. Here's Morant. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there as well. And it's Edey in at the 5. Now here's Wells. Tight defense on him. Morant passes to Wells. 5 to shoot. Outside for Jackson. Latrey.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. The monster passes to the great. Here's the monster. 13 points in the game. With the fadeaway. The great misses. The Grizzlies trail by 7. In the corner, it's Bane. Here's the floater. The monster with the rebound. The monster's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And a wide open look for Bane. Triple from the wing. Bane's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And we've seen more of this lately from Bane, continuing to blossom and improve as a scorer.
Thompson against Morant. Thompson passes to the great. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
It's deflected. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And he gets it to go.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. We've seen the monster really having a great game.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button and figure out how to slow his roll.
Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Santi Aldama's checked in for Edey. Gigi Jackson comes in for Wells. Williams, he's checked in for Bane. And it's Luke Kennard in for John Morant. Here's Aldama. Got a piece of it. Out to the right wing. Back to Thompson. A 3-ball. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And the slam by Williams.
We call that solid fundamentals. Luke Kennard finding his teammate on time and on target.
Here's Boss. 7 points in the game. Pass to the great. Three-pointer. And the three ball is good. The great's got 10.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Outside Williams. Stripped away. Here's the break. Ahead. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got his first points of the game.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Kennard finds Williams. Back to Kennard. Misses, and he wants that one back.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Outside Williams. They need this. Jackson has the open look. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone. And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pippen against Kennard. The pass to Jackson. He gets that one.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Pippen kicks to Miller. Clarkson outside. It's Pippen on the wing. Here's Jay. Guarded by Jackson. There's Miller with the three. Traps in the tray. Miller's got his second basket of the night.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass is coming.
Outside Williams. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Grizzlies ball.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Shot from the inbound. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
It's on Jordan Clarkson. For Memphis, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Williams. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Stevens is checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Now Pippen, still without a basket. AI right side. Miller up on top. Gets a very good look and converts.
Well, Brandon Miller working without the basketball, but as soon as it finds his hands, boy, he is shot ready.
Kennard, the pass to Stevens. On the wing, Williams. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Miller outside. Passes it to Clarkson. AI with it. Defended by Aldama. 6 to shoot. Pippen for 3. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Pass to Steffens.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Kennard. From past the arc. Cans it from downtown. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Kennard loves and relishes the opportunity to come back with his triple.
Here's Jay. He's covered by Clark. Now, here is Miller. He's got 8. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Kennard, the pass to Clark. It's blocked.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
To the middle, AI lays it up and in off the pretty assist. AI's got 12 points in the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Stevens. Jay with the rebound. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And here's Kennard. Driving the lane.
An excellent free throw shooter. Luke Kennard is not the guy you want to send to the line.
Second team foul.
The Grizzlies shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Luke Kennard. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Baines checked in for Memphis. Ja Morant comes in for Williams. Both free throws good from Kennard.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And AI throws it down.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting...
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
Make some noise for T-shirt time!
So both teams making some changes here. It's intercepted. And here's the fast break. Wells leading the way. 4 seconds left. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 14. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The great out there with D. Then it's Q. Then there's Boss. And it's the monster in at the center, filling out the middle. Payne for 3. They get it back. Lays it up off the glass.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Inside. Boss, no good.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Morant outside. The monster with the rebound. The monster's got 11 rebounds in the game. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Call.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books.
This is how athletic Morant is. A point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Here's Boss. The pass to D. To the wing on the left. The great. Here's Boss. And that one ends up out of bounds. No keep possession. Jackson's checked in for Wells.
Jackson.
Now off the inbound. Dents the rim with a two-hand slam.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Edie. Here's Bain. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And don't sleep on Baines' ability to go right to the rack. That'll happen more often than not.
Passes it to Q. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. D passes to the monster. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, easy call.
First team foul. At the line for your home team, number 33. Taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Jackson looking around. Jackson dishes to Morant. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morant's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Grizzlies. Pass to the great. Here's the monster. Pass to D. Here's the great. Kept alive. Here's Boss. And the pass to Q. Here's Boss. And it goes down 2 points. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Outside, Bain. Memphis keeping it alive with a new 14.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Q. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good.
Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
Memphis with the ball. To the middle. Here's Edie. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
Edie's gone a perfect 5 for 5 from the field. Here's the great down low. On the wing, Bain. To the inside. Jackson misses. Jackson's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. The great passes to Q. Here's the monster, guarded by Jackson. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Santi Aldama's checked in for the Grizzlies.
Santi Aldama.
And so here's Memphis. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Morant kicks to Jackson. And there's the call on Boss.
Number 33.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Morant right side. And it's blocked. Here's Q. Pass to the monster. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Morant with it. Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Edie. Tries again. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Memphis ball. Into the
Grizzlies making a switch here. Ells is checked in. A floater. The monster with the rebound. The monster's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Here's Boss. Defended by Aldama. Pass to the great. Aldama with the rebound.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
And finished up by Morant.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, the Monster.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. He told his guys to max it out on the 3. If those shots aren't coming, then we need to move on. There are other looks for us out there. Want some diversity in those shot attempts, guys.
Thank you, David.
Now an all-NBA caliber talent, Morant still feels like he has room to improve.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Pass to AI. On the wing, Thompson. Back to AI. Shot clock at 5. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Takes a 3. And it's Morant. That time on the assist by Bain. Morant's got 12 now in this quarter.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up. when it matters most.
Now Clarkson. Now here's Ayan. Thompson passes to Clarkson. No good, unable to end this run.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Bain against Clarkson. Bain, no good. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
And now, your dance team. Substitution on the court.
Here's Q. Baseline jumper. Bullseye.
You know, he hasn't taken as many shots tonight, but they're still ahead, and that means his teammates are delivering.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're down by 7. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. .146 left in the fourth. There's the pass to D. Passes it to the great. Lets it go with a 3. Another shot. Boss. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Boss has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
But to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
Here's the monster. There's the 3. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, yes. That's for sure. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Grizzles foul. Santi Aldana. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your home team, number 28. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here. And here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Boss. Pass to D. Shot clock at 6. And a miss there on the triple. And the Grizzlies with possession here. There's the triple. Money!
A huge shot from Morant. Wow, you see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentional.
Third team foul. At the line for 2, number 28.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. It's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 7. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
And so it's Memphis with it. Kennard's shot is off. Here's the great to the left wing. Here's Q. Count it. And so they get the victory here at home. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Craig Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.